What's up guys, Matt here, and today I'm going to just talk a little bit about the new battle pads for the Wii U. As you can see here, the battle pads made by Hori, and you got the Mario and Luigi version here, the red one and then the green one here, Luigi. And these are interesting because these are officially licensed product by Nintendo. You can see the seal of approval for both of these right here. Get a little closer shot of that. But it's really cool that Hori was able to get the seal of approval by Nintendo. You can see just kind of the sides of the box here. Some more shots on the back right there. It's just telling you that it comes with the controller, comes with the manual. That's basically it. The top of the box. Very nice all around. I think they're really nice. But again, it's really interesting to see that Nintendo gave them that seal of approval, that they're officially licensed. PDP also got that as well, because they made their controllers a little differently than these, which I don't recommend at all. But for now, you can see you got the Mario one here, red on top, blue on the bottom, and then Luigi, green, and then blue on the bottom as well. But yeah, these are damn near 100% to the original GameCube controller. It's amazing how well these work with everything, because that's the advantage that you get with these controllers. Whereas if you bought the GameCube adapter, because that's actually what they were intended for Smash, but they also, you can also use these controllers for basically playing all of your other Wii U games, your Wii games, the eShop games, just all around. Because that's the thing, it basically hooks into your Wiimotes, and that's all you need is just your Wiimote. Plug it in, good to go. That's all there is to it. So it's really nice. I actually learned how valuable these Wiimotes really are, because when I got my console, I started off with the Pro controllers for the Wii U, and man, I learned what a mistake that was, because they were nice controllers for every other game, but they didn't work so great with Smash. And it's not like I could use them with my Wii games or anything like that, so they were kind of useless to me. And I did take them back to GameStop, which, just to give you guys a heads up, you won't get much for them. You only get like $11 for them. It's kind of sad. But again, the controllers, we'll use the Luigi one, because I like the color on this, and the green and the blue. But you can see on the front here, and I actually, before I get into all of that here, I've got the orange GameCube controller here for comparison, but let's take a look at the controller itself here. We've got the face buttons here, which are very similar, like exactly similar. They feel the same to me anyways. All solid compared to the PDP anyways, which are all clear and smaller. I don't like that at all. But those face buttons are there. The C stick right here, which is really nice. Again, the PDP version doesn't even have the C stick. It's just a regular joystick. It's bigger, and it's kind of like it sits up a little taller. I don't know. It doesn't feel great to me. It's just, I like this a lot. I really do. And I know some people just kind of like shit on this little thing, but I think it's really comfortable. Like, it just works. That's just my opinion, though. Right in the front here, or the middle of the controller, we got the home button. We got the plus and minus button here. Turbo functionality. I don't use that at all. I mean, it's there, but I don't use it. So it's really cool to see some added buttons right there. The D-pad, probably the biggest improvement, I think, because this is where I'll make that little comparison there. You can see that on the GameCube controller, that the D-pad much smaller compared to the one on the battle pad here. So that's really cool to see that they just kind of enlarged the D-pad a little bit. You never really use the D-pad very much on the GameCube. You really don't. And then you got the joystick, the left joystick, which is, again, feels exactly the same to me anyways. This whole controller, just all around, feels so much like the real deal. It's a little wider when you're looking at it, not by much, and you don't even notice it when you're playing. Like, for me, whenever I'm playing a game, whatever game that is, I just sit here thinking that I'm using a GameCube controller, because that's how good it is. So then on the top, we got the, instead of, going back to the GameCube controller again, Because on the GameCube, we just had the Z button here, which was like the one shoulder button. So that has been updated. So instead of that, instead of that one button, we now have two. So we got the ZL and ZR buttons. And then we got the L and R buttons below that, which used to be the triggers on the, going back to the original GameCube controller. They were trigger buttons, but now these are just flat out buttons. And that's okay, because no game on the Wii U supports that. The Pro controllers don't even have analog triggers. Like, they're just buttons. I don't know why they went with that decision, but whatever, it's fine. It still feels very comfortable in hand. You know, all around, this is just a comfortable... I prefer this over the PDP any day. And the thing about this is that this was made for Smash, but you can use this for everything else, all across the board. Because it hooks into that Wiimote, you can use this for your Wii U games, your regular Wii games, your eShop games. This is basically a classic Pro controller disguised as a GameCube controller. That's what it is. I think that's a really cool idea because, again, even though it's technically a classic Pro controller, you've got that feel of GameCube controller in hand, and it's just... I love it so much. Like, the GameCube controller, for me personally, is my favorite controller, like, of all time. For me, I can adapt to any controller, but this is just, like, my favorite. It's just a comfortable controller all around. And so I'm really glad that Hori really, you know, stuck true to what the GameCube controller really looks like. Because, again, I mean, let's look at this thing again. Look at that. Look how similar that looks. That's crazy. It's awesome, but it's crazy to me how they really captured that. There is an all-yellow Pikachu controller that I really hope to get my hands on very soon. And that's really all that's out there, is just the Mario, Luigi, and Pikachu controller. I've had a chance to play a lot of my games with this controller, whether it be on the Wii U or Wii, and I gotta say, man, this is a solid controller all around. I highly recommend this controller for anybody who wants to have that feel of a GameCube controller. It's definitely the way to go. Hori has done a fantastic job with this thing. The only place you can really get these, though, sadly, is anywhere online. I got these on eBay. They were both like 25 a piece. Sometimes you can get them for 25, sometimes you can get them for like 30. I know I saw one, just one anyways, for like 40. I'm like, no. So you just gotta look around for the best deal. Amazon has these as well. You can get them over there. It's just sad. You can't find these in any major retailers. The PDP ones, for some reason, are the most popular. You can find them at GameStop. You can find them at Best Buy. Hell, you can even find them at a Target or a Walmart or fucking Myers. It just blows my mind that you can find the PDP ones with no problems at all, whereas these, you have to order them online and wait, and it's just... really makes me mad, because this is clearly the better way to go. And the one thing about these controllers, I will say this, they're very lightweight, and that's because there's no rumble to these. So that's really the only downside to these controllers, is that there's no rumble support for these. So if you guys like the rumble functionality for any controller, really, that's kind of one thing that you're not going to get with this controller, unfortunately. So other than that, though, it's still a solid controller, and I definitely recommend getting this controller. This is basically as close to the GameCube controller as you're gonna get, so definitely look into that. Alright, so that was a look at the Hori battle pads for the Wii U. My experience with it, like I said, really great so far. I love these controllers. I want to get my hands on the yellow Pikachu one. Hopefully they make another type as well. Doesn't matter which character, I will still pick it up if they do. But it's definitely one that I recommend over the PDP version. I hope this video helped you guys in making your decision to selecting whatever controller it is that you were going to get, whether it be the Hori or the PDP. I just like the Hori version better. So give me a thumbs up if you guys like this, and if it helped you out in any sort of way. If you had any questions about it, feel free to leave your questions in the comments section below, and I'll try to answer it as best I can. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Video Game Universe, so that way you can stay up to date with all the content that I put out for you guys. Thanks again for watching this video, you guys, and I'll see you guys later.